Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the babbler. That is me on this evolutionary uprise of a high rise at this time. So, Spirit has called upon my heart to speak about the influences that Neptune brings to the table. The influence of this planet on both the divine masculine and feminine at this time. So I am beginning with the divine feminine. I already pulled 3 cards to further discuss just the message that can be received by each of the feminine energies that find themselves here. Remember, when I speak of masculine and feminine, I speak of it in energy, so it's more about whatever energy you are embodying at the time that you receive this message. Although I might say he and she, I mean, take with it as you may. Neptune, the planet, the way that it's influencing us today is our keys to emotional ecstasy. So it's kind of nice how it ties in, though, with the message that I shared last night in regards to the energies of today, although these messages are timeless. So Neptune in the birth chart, it's important to know what sign it falls under, so that you can better understand for your overstand better. Neptune in the birth chart removes the illusion and reveals the truth. It shows you how to actualize all of your ideals in a way and that works, that it produces rewards in your material world, your reality world, your 3D realm of existence. It also shows the self-defeating and confusing patterns where your expectations are the highest and the disappointments are the most intense. So I want to say in the realms of the heart, because I felt pulled to, again, use the sexual, I just want to say the right name of these cards, because the Tarot of Sexual Magic cards I used to begin to explain the messages that are being highlighted at this time. Ew, this worked, guys. I hope you can see how that can be. You know what? I'm gonna stand it. I'm gonna stand the messages. Let me see. I'm gonna operate and play around with these. You see what I want you to see, the whole. So these are the 3 cards that I pulled for the Divine Feminine. 2 of Swords, the World card, and the Queen of Wands. And if you think about it, the 2 of Swords, it's an invitation. Okay, so if Neptune is influencing our energy fields, asking us to release all boundaries that we set up, as protective barriers for ourselves. One of the boundaries that's asking for the Divine Feminine to be lifted is that of the invitation. To put your wall down. See how she's like, huh? What are you doing here? Here comes the invitation. The magic of the black chicken. See, in the cards that I pulled last night, if you look at the video, the king was present, but his back was to us. Because fear was ruling his actions. So she shied away. This time, he's standing right there in her face. She has nowhere to go. She turns to the side. Accept that bonding means giving of oneself. Okay? It means accepting doubt and transforming it into trust. The boundaries that are being asked to be released at this time is that of the wall. that no longer needs to be, for the desire you have exists skin deep. You want to receive, then the invitation must be, I have to sneeze. Bless me. Excuse me. You have to accept the invitation. Okay? You have to be open to trust. You have to be open to receive. If you're closed off due to the boundaries that you set before yourself, due to maybe past hurts, betrayals, pain, then you close off the door that you want to experience in your now, today. Now is what is the most important portal to be on. Right now. There is no time like now. Right now. If you're stuck in the past, or if you're thinking about the future, then there's no way that you're present in your now. So, with that being said, you also have here the World card. See, this is all representations of the divine feminine and the boundaries that have been created, that is being asked to be released, to be acknowledged. To allow for the transformation to happen in one's own world, to be the center of your own world of affection, attention, gratification, to be honest with oneself about what is gratifying to one's mind, body, heart, and soul. The magic of intimacy. It takes one to be courageous, to be bold, to surrender to the desire that one truly wants to experience, letting go of all the resistance and allowing to open oneself up to invite love in. The embodiment of this feminine creature that's trusting and putting all swords down and allowing herself to be the center of her own universe. Touch ensures continuity, a gratifying and complete relationship, peace and lasting happiness, a serene family. Look at him there, showing up with care because she invited him there into her world. Love knows no boundaries. If you follow me on my blog, I shared that little sentiment too. Love knows no boundaries. Love knows no boundaries. That might be the title of this. Love knows no boundaries. Neptune is the key to emotional ecstasy. So it allows us to see the patterns that are self-defeating, okay, and self-sabotaging. All these emotional illusions that prevent us from experiencing the ecstasy inherent in the true ideal, because we are fearful of vulnerability due to maybe past hurts, pains, and stuff. But again, we are living in our now today, trusting in our own alignment, for our own soul, mind, body, heart, and soul refinement. That when we are in our alignment, then we can invite in what we deserve, what we desire, what we align with. That's truly inspiring. But if you're not clear and you're centered in on your past, my dears, or you're focused on a future that is unclear, you're not living in your present now, which is aligned with your truths now. So how can you invite something in that you can't even see in your present? You know? So Neptune, it indicates the arena in which we can begin the process of trusting the universe in order to fulfill an idealistic desire, or where we allow the universe to manifest according to our own standards of perfection. Once we release any preconceived notions, standards, and ideals, and hone in on our own truths, centers, and energize this into our universal realm of existence, then we know truth in our marinations, and we know that we are only going to receive exactly that is which we truly believe. Love knows no boundaries. There's so much more that we can receive when we are open to this alignment. Wait, I'm just making sure it's still recording. Yes, and I saw 12:04, which is like, you know, my earthly birthday. So, which is interesting because the Queen of Wands is represented by, I always say Sagittarius, but it's, you know, the fire sign element of stuff. So that was cool, being able to align with that. But, you know, here, look at her. She is desired, she's wanted, she's open to his touch. She's undressing before her king. The magic of the entwined rings. The rings there at the table, if you can see. Honesty and devotion between partners are born of daily pleasures. You must seduce your partner every day as if it were always the first time. Being open to that love divine. So, if Neptune is asking us to release our love's boundaries so that we can be open to the emotional ecstasy that we truly desire to receive and embody and have on these lands, then we have to invite them into our space, our place, by centering into our own universal world of deservingness, of truth, of passion ignited, the nakedness, the vulnerability that requires, the undressing that is needed to be, so that we may be able to receive, to release all of the things that might block love, block passion, block commitment, block the king from entering into her space, because he's already battling his own inner demons and fears. So the more that you open up to the reception of what it is that you desire to be open to in love, here he comes. And you don't do it for him, you do it for you, by being honest, with yourself about what it is that you desire to receive. One of the most hardest things to do is to believe that you are deserving enough to receive, or that there's the possibility of you being able to receive this leveling of alchemy, of partnering with a lover. Neptune spends about like 14 years in each sign. And it teaches, you know, and it shows the idealistic desires of an entire group of people. So the generational effects of this are kind of the same, so there might be a grouping. So it's very interesting to find out your placements in your own birth chart. I've been studying both Vedic and Western astrology, so I like to know both. And I like to infuse both of the two. But just the other day, and I'm not going to even be able to say the name correct, someone introduced to me a new astrology that they told me to go check out. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I gotta go check this out too. And now, you know, more research to do. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I advise that you learn what sign Neptune is in your chart, so that you can better understand the parts of yourselves that might be creating the blockages, so that you can put down those barriers and invite the world of love and passion and desire that you truly crave by undressing. Laying naked, to allow the seduction of love to seduce you. It requires a certain level of vulnerability to exist between the two lovers here. I love this. I actually want to use this instead. Passion ignites when the invitation is energetically sent. For believe that when two partners are connecting energetically beneath the veil, the messages are received. Be open to two partnering. Especially when you both want the same kind of things, just might show them in different ways. Be accepting to the undressing. That vulnerability will have you raising the bar. Neptune in Aries, it's about achieving the higher states of personal integrity. Ooh, let me actually note these stamps. I'm going to just go through each sign really quick. 18, hold on. Alright, so, and Neptune in Taurus, hold on, Taurus, it's about achieving the higher states of sharing, I believe, hold on. Yeah, it's about sharing. I'm just making sure. Sharing and exchanging material goods to increase the comfort level for all. Okay, and going back to Aries. Sorry, Aries. Doing this to you. It's about achieving the higher states of personal integrity and authenticity. It's about being true to yourself. And then I'm not going to be able to get this for Gemini. To realize the higher states of constructive thoughts and communication. Okay? And then Neptune in Cancer is about realizing the higher levels of personal and family security on a planetary basis. 1921. Sorry. I didn't know I was going to do this, so that's why it's a little bit there. So I'm just trying to timestamp it for you guys. Neptune in Leo is about realizing the higher aspects of sharing art and acting that inspires others on a planetary level. And And yeah, so there's not going to be no timestamps for this. Hopefully you're just listening to the whole message, and may you receive whatever it take whatever resonates with you, and just, you know, go flow with it too. So Neptune and Virgo,